Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to StarRupture. Today we are gonna go over the simple fact that what is even StarRupture? Not StarRupture in general, automation, open world engineering games in general. When you start a game, you will just spawn here in most of them. This is the basic logic of every survival game. Because of Story X, you're thrown into this hellish planet or hellish jungle or hellish zombie apocalypse that pushes you towards surviving with the means that you make and craft with your own two hands that I can't show because, yeah, I can't even see them when I'm running. Oh, yeah, I can see them when I'm running like this. With your own hands, with these two. And exploration is just a single, simple part of these types of games. Usually, basically, sometimes you need to do a mission. Sometimes you want to go and wonder what that place is. Maybe there's a story to uncover. But the core of these games is mainly problem solving. Problem solving for your hunger issues, for your hydration issues, for your, I don't know, automation issues. And what is an automated system? We will come to that. We will come to that section too. You will find religion, so you can just pray to your gods that, well, your machines are working properly. An automation game, in general, is making a small factory, like back in good old days. For example, we had games like Stronghold Crusaders, Age of Empires. You had fellow citizens. They would do everything for you because you just gave them a house in the vicinity of your kingdom. But automation literally makes you play as every single character in a strategy game. You will be the engineer, the mother, the cook, the chef, the engineer, the king, the defender, the soldier, the guy. All of them are you. Everything is you. You are the only hope you have. And you're the only problem solver. And everything in this game will give you a problem, and you will find solution to that problem. But you know what's the fun part? In every automation game and open world game like this, every solution has a problem. And after you find solution for one problem, you will find another problem inside the solution that you already made. The basic logic is resources are at the same time, like this is one thing about the production line and the automation in general. One of the main logics that these types of games actually follow is every resource is a resource and a component and a product at the same time. Okay, let me say it again. Every resource is a resource, component, and product at the same time. What does that mean? It means the raw resources that you get from the game, they are the resources or components for something. For example, bullets. You will make bullets out of the very first components and the resources that you get. Or, for example, you have some type of X material. They go to a machine, mainly in every single one of these games. It's a smelter. It turns it into functioning main or basic resource or component like bars, so you can actually craft things with them. What happens to the bars next is when the component and product at the same time begins. Raw materials become functional or usable parts of the new system, of the new product that you're gonna make, and that product is going to be a component for the next generation of the, let's say, items that you will need. You get bars. Bars are, for example, turned into wires. Wire at some point in the game when you're low level is the final product. But how these games function is they add complexity by making the final product of stage number 1 into the component of the stage number 2 product. How? You're producing wires? Oh no. The game, but literally, like, look, this line is going to the next generation of the item that I'm making here. If I can actually go around my base. This thing is so complex now that I have to follow rails so I know what is where. Yeah, for example, wire was a product once, but now it's a component. What component it is? It is the component for another stages, let's say final product, the rotor. What is the titanium rod? Titanium rod is a generation 1 product that is now a generation 1 component to a generation 2 item that is a rotor. And then the same logic keeps piling up and piling up and piling up. And by the way, I just realized I'm showing these things with my hands while not having a camera on. Welcome to the life of an ex-teacher. Yeah, and for example, this rotor is a generation 2 product. Now it becomes a generation 2 component to... Da-da-da-da! Let's follow this one. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah, this thing is getting out of hand at this point. Welcome to the spaghetti mesh that I made. It is very delicious for your brain to go through. Alright, then there's the next generation of the items. Look, every single final stage of an item is now becoming a more complex component for a more complex product. This thing is a generation 4 product, which is giving birth to a generation 5 item. This generation 5 item itself, at some point, like at this empty space that you're seeing, will become a part of a more complex thing from one of these production lines itself. So yeah, this is the basic logic. It just keeps scaling. Your needs keep scaling. Your production lines keep scaling, and this is the fascinating part. Every person, if you're not following any type of guide videos or people who play the games, I personally, as a content creator, I do not watch YouTube. I'm sorry, I don't like it because I want to solve the problems myself. That's the whole joy and ecstasy that I get from these type of games. So no matter who you are or from what type of background you come, these games actually allow for a basic creativity based on your personality to have your own unique set of solutions for the problems that the game produces. Some people, for example, like to fight a lot, so they go around, they explore more, they test guns out, they start using the monoliths and they upgrade it so they get more alien waves and so on. And they put themselves in danger, and while having to fight like aliens that are trying to swarm your factory, they survive and still make the things that the game want them to. Another type of, let's say, player like me, I'm a mid-maxer, or let's say I like finding the easiest solution for the most complex problem, let's say. For example, like what I did, the moment I set my foot in this game, I realized, oh no, this is going to be a game about making factories everywhere. No. I said, no, I will make everything in one single compact base, so everything that exists in this game right now, I'm crafting and producing it here, and I'm only receiving resources from the other factors. And my challenges are very different from other players. Why? Other players do not have to deal with spacing problems. They have their own set of problems, basically. Logistics. I don't deal with logistics. I deal with settings, and I deal with complexity of the build of this mesh that's happening right now. See? Like, maybe, just maybe, you have a little bit of OCD. You want to see everything on a flat line. That will add another, let's say, level of complexity to the problems and the solutions that you see. This is just a part of, let's say, my experience as a player of these types of games. about what is going to happen and why I enjoy it. I don't know, let me know in the comment, why do you enjoy these types of games? Or if you're new to the category, what draws you to the game and what's pushing you out? That's also a good thing, like, because from a developer perspective, this is a very valuable, let's say, input from you guys to have right now at these early stages of this game, that what is pushing you out of this game? Is it the bugs? Is it the rail system? Is it the contracts? Is it the solutions? Is it the problem? Is it crap? Well, whatever it is. Let me know in the comment section what problems you have with the game, or what is pushing you out of the game or drawing you into the game. And mainly, like, as, let's say, a player, I enjoy these types of games because of the options that I can put on myself and the restrictions that the game gives me, and the restrictions that I give myself to add another layer of, let's say, my own fingerprint. Like, this is a world that is basically yours to colonize, but I choose how to colonize it, okay? I bring democracy to this land. I brought democracy. I am a very peaceful person. No fighting, just crafting. I'm bringing industrial revolution to a barren land, basically. But yeah, this is basically what the logic behind most of these games are. I try to put it as, let's say, general as possible. But in general, automation games are craft A into B, B is A plus B equals C, C plus A equals D, and so on and so forth. And mathematics a little bit, because everything that you craft in automation games has a extraction time and a production time, like this. 4 seconds to produce one, meanwhile, this is 3 seconds for one product. This is 2 seconds for one product. So how many sheets do I need? Plus these beams to produce every 2 seconds one titanium housing? Well, good luck calculating how many sheets and how many titanium production per second you need to make this machine produce 24/7. And by the way, if you're wondering, like, I solved that problem completely with the compact triplet system. Yeah, I use these triplet systems. I would highly suggest watching the video I made about the triplet systems and how they're working. Basically, I don't need to keep track of any kind of mathematics or production line efficiency in my game. I just come, I look at the picture, low, okay, add more to this mesh of triplets. This feeds the other one. Okay, I have enough of this, I don't have another. Yeah, I basically just look at the pictures, and if it's low, I produce more from the back until I run out of resources at some point, and then yeah. Watch that video about triplet system. Okay, anyways, let me know in the comment section why you enjoy these, let me know why you hate these, and, well, let me know what's your biggest problems and challenges in this game so far. Mine is, rails. Yeah, the triple lanes are not working. It is very bad. I can't take things from very far land to my very close land. I'm suffering here. Help! Help! Again and again, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the subs. Thanks for the hypes, subscriptions, memberships, and supers. And as always, if it's nighttime, I hope you sleep like babies. And if it's daytime, I hope your automations are as not manual as possible. You know if you know what kind of a big blessing it is, because everybody knows that at some point you did not want to craft one station and you just took the material by hand and put it in the other storage because you were lazy and you didn't craft that machine. Now you have to go back 10 days worth of work and make that thing that you were supposed to make 10 days ago. I hope that never happens to you. It happened to me. Talking from a place of pain here. See you in the next video, fellas. See you in the next videos.